the face, but I was too tired to open my eyes. I pushed their hand away but got slapped a second time, so I instinctively bit down on the hand as hard as I could. But they made no sound? I opened my eyes and they were gone. Drunk or a kid?
Kid. It was my own hand that was slapping me in my face. I must have slept on my hand for so long that it mimicked local anesthesia. My hand was pretty sore once the circulation returned.
Accidentally spilt iodine solution on a new tablecloth, drew a one-page comic explaining what happened and fled the scene. Drunk or a kid?
Kid. Came back to see my aunt and mum dying laughing.
I was overcome with the sudden urge to become an aquatic pterodactyl on a public beach. I splashed about and screamed so loud that the entire beach could hear me. Drunk or a kid?
I was drunk. I downed a bottle of limoncello and was feeling extremely buzzed.
I really had to pee. My friend told me just go in your pants, no one will see you, so I did. Drunk or a kid?
I was a kid, around 10 years old. I was playing at the park with my best friend when I had to go pee. We looked for a restroom for a long while until he came up with the idea to just do it in my pants, claiming no one would notice as I was wearing black shorts, and at that moment there was no one around.
Woke up under the bed, thought I was buried alive in a coffin, so started screaming. Drunk or a kid?
Blackout drunk. I think I crawled under the bed, so no one would bug me, and I could pass out in peace at the party, but when I came to, it was dark, and I freaked right out, having no recollection of where I was. The funniest part was the person sleeping above me had no idea I was there.
Decided to try peeing in my kitty litter box. Drunk or a kid?
My drunk-ass cousin and I was mad then, but it's funny now.
I passed out on my friend's couch while we were watching a movie. Apparently, after the movie, I got up off the couch, walked into the bathroom, immediately walked out, and walked myself upstairs and passed out on the floor of her room. I have zero recollection of any of this. Drunk or a kid?
I was a kid, probably around 9 or 10. Apparently I never actually woke up after the movie and sleepwalked into my friend's bathroom and then up to her room. I don't think I've ever sleepwalked since then.
Puking video. Drunk or a kid?
I had this friend feeling sick who knew he was going to throw up, so we recorded it in a 5-minute video, where he casually explained and demonstrated the puking techniques and tips. Drunk AF, even Charlie Sheen could have learned a thing or two.
Thought it would be funny to climb up on the stove in the middle of the night to sleep. Drunk or a kid?
Drunk, 18 years old, blackout drunk and high as shit. Didn't remember anything until my mom bitched at me the day after. At the time I had no idea why she was mad because I didn't remember.
Set face on fire trying to shoot flames out of the mouth. Put gas in mouth, then spit it out into a lighter flame, the wind threw the gas into my face. Drunk or a kid?
Kid was a stupid kid and was happy I remembered to stop, drop, and roll.
Ran in front of a car while playing Ding Dong Ditch at 11 p.m, nearly got hit, got hunted by 2 people for an hour, pissed on someone's house. Drunk or a kid?
Kid. Very crazy night.
I drove my friend's doodlebug, kinda like a dirt bike, into a telephone pole. Drunk or a kid?
I was a kid. My parents were pissed.
Booked a girl on the nose as they said your baby's head is the same size as one of your things, breasts. Drunk or a kid?
Kid? He's 6 and has no filter. He's a great kid though.
Was given a filled glass bottle before leaving the apartment, immediately dropped it on the staircase upon stepping out the door. Drunk or a kid?
Drunk. Sad face. It was pink gin and I was going home.
Laying down against the bed, legs up against the wall, and got stuck. I didn't know how to get down. Spent 5 minutes trying to get off the wall. Drunk or a kid?
Drunk. And high. My friend was drunk and laughing at me the entire time as I was crying, "Help, I'm stuck on the wall."
Spent the entire 15-hour drive to Kansas incoherently crying with fear about losing colors forever and turning black and white when we crossed the state line. Drunk or a kid?
Had a massive drawn-out meltdown about going to visit relatives in Kansas because I wholeheartedly believed that all colors would vanish and I would turn black and white as soon as we got there. Thanks, Dorothy. Kid, 5 years old.
Burned down the drapes with a can of Axe and a lighter while trying to kill a spider. Drunk or a kid?
Kid. Trying to not leave a stain by smacking the spider on the drapes and the whole thing went up in flames. The material was nylon-like and not the flint/jeans type thing I thought it would be.
Fell asleep behind a door. No response when the door was opened and hit her in the face. Drunk or a kid?
Kid, my stepdaughter decided she wasn't tired after we put her to bed the other day. She played with her dolls until she finally passed out on the floor, right behind the door. We, of course, didn't know that and opened the door to let the dog out of her room, right into her face. She didn't even wake up.
After a very hard day, I decided I'd rather be a dog than a human. I crawled into the dog's cage, ate a handful of dog food, and then took a nap. My mom found me when she came home. Drunk or a kid?
Kid. I had gotten in trouble at school and realized dogs don't have to go to school, so I committed to changing my life and living as a dog from there on out. My mom found me sleeping in the cage when she got home. I refused to eat dinner and was adamant I'd be eating the dog food that night. My mom was not happy.
Cried and peed on the floor cause the toilets were occupied. Drunk or a kid?
Drunken. Took a bit too much with my friends and both of the house's toilets were occupied, so I peed right there while crying. Thank God it was my house laughing face.
I shit under the stairs in a public building. Drunk or a kid?
Kid 8 years. We had an event in school after everybody was already home, which included only our class. All toilets were locked already, but the school was still open. I ran around checking all bathrooms and then went downstairs under a stair and took a dump. Sorry to whoever